I think people, I don't know what people think. I think that a lot of people who've never been in your shoes are going to pass judgment and think one thing, think something, but it's like if you've never had to be a parent, you wouldn't know what it's like. But regardless, the sad truth is that in some ways being in my masculine and then also being the martyr was easier than it is to try to be in my stand in my power and like show up in my fullness. Like I'm the tension that you have to go through, and then having to just try to have grace and poise, but also keeping my energy up, along with that, not letting the resentment creep in that keeps wanting to come up. I mean, like moving through it. Gonna make a note about him as well, because more is being asked of me. So it's like I adjusted and adapted to how things were when I wasn't like having to really be in my fullness. But then the expansions usually come through my kid. So it's like he'll be chaotic like he is today, and I have to keep moving through it. And I'm embracing my anger when it does come up, and if I get pushed too far, because I know that that's a lot of times when the breakthrough moments happen, and I'm okay with that part of me because I know that I'm trying my best. There was a moment today there's a very attractive Hispanic man. I mean, I don't know. He had an accent. I don't know where he's from, but we had a little chat about my boots, and then I had to run after, I had to go get my kid who was wandering away and stuff. And it's like, it's fine, but it's like, being in your feminine it's actually work, because you're having to work to stay in peace. You're having to work to stay grounded. You're having to do your rituals and everything to like keep yourself grounded, and you're feeling so much more. So I'm having to move through it, and it's beautiful. I absolutely think everyone who wants to go and do it, you should do it. But like realizing that like my kid is attached to my hip, and I don't want to hate him or be resentful. Obviously, I don't want to hate him, but I don't want to be resentful. But it's like, because that just hit me that I was like, I don't dislike work, but most of the jobs, you got to get out of here. You got to go on. Most of the jobs that I've done were like making sure people were good and stuff, like caretaking type stuff. So it was like, because I even loved waiting tables and stuff. Like I love those types of jobs. But the more and more you're in your feminine, the more sensitive you are, the more you have to keep coming back to grounding yourself. Like, I think it's just constant, like trying to find your flow and figure out the balance and stuff like that. But it's like, you're always having to like manage the energy yourself so that you're not like being pulled into the rush of the outside world. Excuse me. Every blessing is also a curse, is all I'm saying. And because like all of a sudden my uterus decided today that we are going to have cramps, and I've been nauseous. I've been like dealing with like weird pregnant, like ghost, what would that call, phantom pregnancy symptoms. Over here I'm drinking my raspberry leaf tea. Like, girl, what is going on? It's just not, I don't typically get cramps, but probably because I'm grateful for that. Cause like, I want to be connected to my womb, but I'm just making the point that it's like, you got to have you got to get the darkness with the good. But it is very beautiful to be able to be more in touch with your feminine and the energies around you and everything. It's very beautiful. But it just is that like having to continually recharge yourself like so much. I feel like the cars that have to get that it can only go so long before they have to charge your battery. Like that's what it feels like. Okay. That's it for today.